Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We have a Maryland campaign event for you. The first round here is Hills Counterattack, where the sides are swapped. So the CSA campaign is playing USA, and USA campaign is playing CSA, followed by our second map, which is the Dunker Church. They'll switch back to their original side. So CSA campaign will play CSA, USA campaign will play USA. And also, for this round, the CSA cannot use artillery. So, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Our teams for today: on the CSA campaign, who's playing USA Round 1 and CSA Round 2. You got the Army of Northern Virginia, 12th Virginia, Missouri State Guard, Jackson's Division, I Corps, and the 5th Virginia. Whereas on the USA campaign side, who's playing CSA Round 1, USA Round 2, you have the Corn Brigade, 33rd Kentucky, Iron Brigade, Mississippi Brigade, 5th New Hampshire, Pennsylvania Army, 10th United States, and the Sussy Brigade. Server size today is about 250. Imbalance is 10 in favor of CSA, but CSA has 5 guys on artillery, so infantry-wise, not that big of an imbalance of 5. Frontline reporters today for your CSA perspective for round 1, USA perspective round 2, you got Ninja from the PA, and then contrary, you have Killer here from the A&V Nose, who will be on USA round 1, CSA round 2. Co-commentating with me today, we have Jay from the 1st Delaware. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am the first lieutenant of a company in the 1st Delaware, which is part of Sussy Brigade. We typically are like the front of any charge Sussy does. Delaware will actually be balancing over to Union tonight because balance, yeah, they just announced it.
There you go.
So, looks like right now Sussy is pushing up on the CSA right, Union left. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't really have much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, you normally play this Union. How does Union try to win Hill's counterattack?
Actually, I don't actually play this very much Union. I actually play this CSA.
Well, would you like to give CSA perspective then?
Typically, you know, if we push the woods like we're doing right now, and we have one group sitting on CSA right just to try to contest the corn side of things. Looks like we are doing both of those things right now. Union looks to be giving up the woods and just sitting back on the snake fence.
Yeah, JD's holding forward right now. You got 5th VA to their left. Rolling up to their side is 12th VA. Trying to put some pressure into CSA to hold this because this is the high ground of the map. Whoever controls it really has control of the map. JD's countercharging in. No Steam chat for this event, so they can't communicate with each other. But JD's going in all by themselves right now. And
JD could actually win that. It looks like CSA is going back.
I know, they hit CSA as they were falling back, which is kind of lucky on their part. Big concern, though, is obviously dying and skirmishing and out of line at this point. However, tickets overall are pretty even.
Yeah, so far it looks like tickets are pretty even. Artillery hitting just short or over that last shot. Now they're over again.
Yeah.
So it looks like CSA already not doing too much so far. Union really not doing a whole lot. They're just kind of sitting near their spawn.
Indeed, they are. It's fascinating because normally you'll see Union hold that corner on the right of the Union line, and then they'll have some on the left side where you have Sussy Brigade, really twin banners in 59th. Actually, it's all Sussy.
It's all Sussy except for Delaware.
Which did balance over, so very appreciative of that. But it looks like some 10th US guys, they cap the point. And that's what you kind of see with Hill's counterattack. It is a very slow-paced match where CSA doesn't have much good ground to charge the Union. Where Union's holding back on this right side, it's very close to out of bounds, if not out of bounds for the CSA. And it's an okay defensive spot. And then contrary, you have the corn, which Union's not holding, but that's out of bounds for CSA normally. So generally this map is like a chess game when it comes to capturing the point, because CSA will send a few guys to cap, and then Union has to retake, and it's just kind of a cap off. So
yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like either side really wants to move right now. Pretty content with just shooting it out.
Yep. I mean, I am a big advocate of when you're the defending team and the point is lost and a counterattack begins, you should try to retake it as quickly as possible. But Union's not taking too many casualties, and they're not really enforcing too many casualties, so
It looks like CSA is starting to move up here on their left side. I think Union had a chance there to wipe out some of those smaller units, but you know, there's always that. Do we really want to get too aggressive and waste a lot of tickets?
I think at this point they got to get aggressive and retake that point.
At this point, yeah, but will they win that initial charge though?
Right. But you're going to have to do it at some point. Otherwise, you're just going to let CSA hold for another 18 minutes and win. You have Corn Brigade running up, taking some shots. And then you have MB, PA rolling up with Ninja there, looking through the good old bush.
Got one Union Rambo going towards the point right now.
He cannot cap the point on his own. You need to be at least in skirmishing, which means you're by at least 2 other people, so 3 in total. JMP's the first one there, but not doing much.
Looks like there's another small group of First Corps sitting on that straight fence. Just kind of looking at JMP.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they're not going over, because CSA, you can tell by the top of your screen, that cap bar, no one's on the point right now. So I'm surprised Union isn't sending a small force to try and retake the point. Because that's what Union should do. You need to try to retake the point with the least amount of losses. Send a few guys up. If they don't get it, you'll have to send more. But it's a nice start. It really puts the ball back in CSA's court. And 12th VA is actually shifting to the left side of the map in terms of the Union side. And they're trying to get around the Sussy.
Yeah, looks like they are taking that corn. Looks like Zapstar knows they're coming. Natty at the head of that.
Oh shit, yeah, let him get behind us. Sir, they're trying to get behind us, brother.
Yeah, they are. Moving down the snake, maybe?
Yeah, they're right here. Doctor, give it to the right, brother. Am I gay?
And
looks like Zapstar missed.
5th NC is pushing out towards them. You do have a couple Union guys in the cap bush from 1st Delaware. Look at that. So there is CSA going to respond and try to take the point back, or are they just going to let this happen?
See, I'm surprised First Corps didn't do that. They could have easily done it by themselves.
Yeah. And Twin Banners charging here. They're telling 5th NC to charge in as well. 12th VA. I think Sussy Brigade should have done this once the Union retakes the point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they did this a little too early. They're going to be losing all these tickets.
I mean, it's not the end of the world that CSA loses tickets. It's more that if CSA does win this charge, which it doesn't look like they are.
Looks like CSA is taking back point.
So
Delaware is about to get wiped out in that bush, I think.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, they got Hudson, but yeah, it looks like CSA is going to be retaining control over point.
Union actually up on tickets. 12th VA won that charge pretty handily. And the Sussy Brigade lost their flag in the process.
It looked like that charge was pretty spread out, though.
Yep, I agree.
Union does have a pretty good chance at wiping out this small group of Sussy.
There's some charging on the top side of the hill right now. Union pushed really far out and hit some CSA guys. CSA down on tickets still. CSA moving off the point, though. 10th US rolling up to the top side of the hill again. I see some PA tags as well. Iron Brigade, looks like they barely held that.
Well, looks like one member of Delaware survived that cap bush and was to tell the tale.
Sergeant Major Ruck. And PA on point, no surprise there. We see Ninja doing that a lot. PA and IVB are the 2 regiments. If you want to have them play some cap games, they are the 2 regiments to go to. So 14 minutes on that gold timer. Both sides down, almost a whole morale stage. Good start for CSA in this round.
Very, very strong start for CSA. They're doing what they need to do, drag both tickets down.
And that's the thing, because we're technically 5 minutes into the round, and both sides on a whole morale stage. That's huge. Union needs to send a little more guys, and it looks like the I-Corps guys, 6 Georgia more in particular, with the Goondog man himself, heading to that point and going to try to retake it. We'll see if 10th US maybe pulls down. PA tries to engage. You do have some CSC guys in the cap bush, the 5th New Hampshire guys, which
I think these Union guys in the woods need to be moving up, getting a little bit more aggressive now that they're trying to take point.
Yeah, if they see the CSA go down, they should start moving that way. And it actually looks like they're starting to move up now. You have A and V pushing out on the left side. Further right, you got JD pushing around the right, maybe trying to flank. I mean, CSA's not up on the snake fence. So it looks like JD might be using that straight fence and the bushes there as concealment. Sussy's charging.
CSA
right.
drop.
Yeah, CSA did go down to engage. Union should follow shortly.
Move right, move right.
And I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but there were some server crashes. A lot of server crashes tonight. Hopefully me saying this won't jinx anything, but 5th New Hampshire's hosting this server tonight, so I wanted to shout them out as well.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah. So you have some 12th VA guys on point, 1st Delaware, and those 6 Georgia guys from I-Corps, and they're going to be able to successfully retake this point. Union not regaining any tickets because they're ahead on tickets.
Union pulling off and immediately losing that cap because of PA.
And CSA continuing to shoot back. They charged very early on that wood side, but now they're playing much more conservatively on that front. The Union that pushed left starting to go around to the right side right now. 12th VA heading that way right now. So we'll probably see, at least I'm assuming they're going to try to hit Union to engage and then cap that again.
That's what I would assume. Go back to shooting it out, get them down, then cap. These 2 PA guys shoot JMP. That'll probably drop Union down.
Richard Zintium. Oh, JMP's going to get that.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Thanks for the 10 tickets, bitches!
Love the good old trash talk there.
Union drops anyways.
Yep, the inevitable happens. So CSA's not making too big of a movement to point. You do have Saucy Brigade on the right. They're pushing up, but it looks like they're just getting some volleys. I mean, they have a nice angle on the Union team right now.
They do. They are pretty far shots, but they can get a few kills. Doesn't look like they dropped anyone there. CSA already missing again. Who is on artillery tonight?
Cover arms.
Looks like a mix between 10th US, Iron Brigade, and MBE.
Hey,
NC.
To the right, to the right, to the right.
We got friendlies to the east southeast.
So, I mean, how many guys do they have on artillery? CSA having 7 guys, so that's 3 groups between 7 guys. And, I mean, CSA, by them capping and knocking everyone down a whole morale stage, it allows for CSA to have some time and do a shootout. And they're starting to move on the wood side. PA is going up the wood side.
This is open order.
Yeah, they definitely gave themselves some more time. I think Ninja just went down again.
Yeah, PA is going in there all by themselves. Actually, you got 30th Ohio behind.
Yeah, those are tickets that they're not going to get back.
No, it's not. And they're down already by a little bit, so
Enemies directly from.
gotta try to avoid that. I think the biggest thing is tickets have really been even. That Sussy Brigade charge that they lost against 12th VA has been the biggest contributor to the ticket difference right now.
Definitely.
That has been a
That and
whole lot
all
of
the
charges.
skirmishing.
Yeah.
That and all the skirmishing on point.
We'll see. I mean, CSA, they got to force a charge at some point, whether it be an engagement on point through a cap
They
or just charge-
should cap point again.
Yeah, or they could charge the wood side. I mean, Union is keeping themselves pretty far forward. JD, that's a lot of numbers there. Very impressive.
That is a lot of numbers right there.
So they could try to charge them out, but that would take some time to communicate. So.
Foreign Brigade sending some skirmishers forward and getting some kills on First Corps there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks like all the fighting right now is all in this wood line.
And this is the cold brutality of Hill's counterattack. It is a very slow-paced match, with teams just shooting a bunch like this, and then the occasional cap. There's just no good areas for charging. And speaking of that, I think 10th US is going in. I got Ninja going there. 30th is starting to move. You can hear their very famous corn chant. And here they go.
Looks like they're finally committing to this wood line. JD is probably going to get wiped out here. I would be surprised if they held all this off.
Yeah, JD and I-Corps getting wiped initially
Delaware
here.
going in.
Unfortunately, they're not going to make it either. 5th VA skirmishing out on the side. They're starting to get hit, but that's a great charge from CSA. Tickets
That was
are
a great charge.
very close again, and CSA is going to continue pushing, as they should. Union falling back to that snake fence, and they're going to try to hit the corner.
I feel like this is the moment Sussy should move towards cap.
I mean, if I'm CSA at this point, I mean, they lost the charge. That's not terrible. I mean, they won in a huge way. Tickets are back to even. They were never really going to push the Union out of that corner, especially just because it's out of bounds for them. But that was a huge charge. I mean, at this point, you got plenty of time. Could just knock them down to taking losses and then cap. Although you could start playing a risky game of Union.
Decent
trying to
already shot there. Knocked down a lot of guys. I don't see very many kills, but...
Yep. Unfortunate thing. But, I mean, if Union keeps pushing up like that, I think you got to punish them as CSA, and that was very well done.
One CSA Rambo. I don't know if that was Star that got him or someone else, but one CSA Rambo just dropped. Looks like CSA is committing to the woods yet again.
And they should. And the big thing is the Union going to push back up to those original spots, or are they just going to hold back?
Rock Dog gonna run right into these two CSA scouts in the woods.
Everyone listen. They took our hill.
He doesn't see them.
We're not gonna accept this. JD's pushing up.
I-Corps, some JD guys pushing up in the wood line right now.
Who died?
Is Union going to try to take that? More guys hopping up and over.
Looks like Union's gonna go back to that position.
Okay, it's quiet as fuck. Go for some chin time, bro.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they're pushing back, especially this far forward when they just got wiped and lost a lot of tickets.
Yeah, it looks like the entire CSA team is waiting for them right there too. They're not stopping.
What? Why are they going all the way?
JDY.
Game.
Okay, good. They're not fully committing, but that was still like 2 out of lines or skirmishing losses right there.
Steady now, boys.
Yep, that is something. again, it's all the little things that add up. Sure, Union's ahead a little bit on tickets right now, but again, if you have a bunch of these tiny instances, they can really add up, and that can really hurt you. And you also just showed the CSA that you're pushing forward again. And so...
Zoo is asking if the forest group can push up again.
They should.
A lot to the west.
And there they go.
A lot to the west.
Make sure you're pressing T. A lot of people look like Yankees.
Union outside in the open
Yes, I
field
do.
running. A large volley from Union. Not any shots that I saw were hit.
Smell good?
And this is what CSA needs to do.
I don't think any Union shots are really doing much. It's going to come down to the bayonet.
And some CSA holding back, some charging in. Both sides are going to go to taking losses here, most likely.
Get on the fence, Andy.
Farm Brigade holding back as looks like Iron Brigade PA and MB goes in. CSA Arting almost hitting Corn Brigade in the back.
Ooh. CSA down to taking losses first. Union should follow shortly.
Sussie's moving in. They have abandoned their CSA right flank hold.
And Corn Brigade starting to pull off. Sussy Brigade's starting to join them. And it looks like Sussy's going to try to hold the forward position to keep shooting. Some CSA still holding further forward. They have their flag here. CSA forcing Union now to take in losses. Still very close.
Well, looks like 5th NC is going to be holding on CSA right side again.
Who are they engaging with for Union? Just the 6 Georgia guys.
Yeah, it looks like 6 Georgia's been sitting here skirmishing with them the entire time.
Yep, just a slow skirmish fight. And it looks like
Union-
CSA is really falling back on the left.
Union, despite moving up so far forward those 2 times, is actually taking these charges pretty well. CSA already again not killing anyone.
That was that bad shot killed somebody. And Union's pushing up again. They're charging actually CSA force that stayed up here. And they're gonna get the flag out.
Oh, you're dead now.
And how far are they gonna go this time in this counter charge?
Looks like JD's trying to go back to their spot. Right here in the bushes.
Remember hit T, remember hit T.
CSA's if CSA could see how they're like that right there, they should need to charge in. Union's got to charge. Sorry, CSA's got to charge. My bad.
Yeah, CSA's
Yes,
got to
Union,
charge.
please charge. Union, please charge. Knock the CSA. Go into breaking, lose the game, throw it. You won't. Anyways.
Yeah, I feel like once again, JD's sitting out here exposing themselves a little bit. If CSA collapses on them, could push them over.
Yeah, he's moving up.
And they're literally on the opposite sides of the same bush.
Some CSA pushing forward a little bit. Ninja going in.
They're all in the. They're all in the.
Yeah, PA is getting a little bit of a engagement here. Surely
It looks like PA got wiped out, but
surely they will tell their teammates this.
well, once again, I think if Corn Brigade would push up a little bit further, they'd get good shots. Well, it looks like Union's reinforcing JD's position with more First Corps guys.
Yeah, some of the A and V were pulling back there, but just as you said, a couple more guys moving up.
CSA capping already.
I don't know if they should. I don't think
Looks
they
like
should
it.
cap. They might be pre-capping. I don't like.
Yeah,
the
they're
cap.
saying stop. They're saying stop the cap.
They should. You got 27 minutes, plenty of time to hit them for breaking. especially if we
Yeah,
get
there's
another
no
charge or
need,
so.
no need to rush it.
Exactly.
Both sides are doing exactly what they need to do. Except for JD sitting that far forward.
Yeah, JD and I-Corps being that far forward has been kind of concerning. You do have more Union running back to their spawn right now. 12th VA. Maybe they're going off to that left side of the map. There's no CSA there, though. Because like you said, 5th NC kind of moved over to the right of the CSA line.
Looks like there's one CSA group sitting far back over here on the CSA right.
Yeah,
Looks like Iron Brigade's moving up there. Wonder what their plan is.
I mean, they could be a capping force. I'm really surprised we haven't seen a charge with how close these groups are.
Yeah, I think this is like the closest I've seen people sit on a non-urban map in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta know they're on the other side. 30th is starting to push up down.
Ninja going in again. I think Ninja told him.
And 30th actually just running up, taking some shots. Pulling off as he huts in with 5th New
Union
Hampshire.
falling back, thinking it's a charge.
Let's hold.
Right here, fellas. Right here.
10th US kind of going in as well. A couple of guys from all three of those groups.
It looks like it wasn't supposed to be a charge,
Yeah,
but
it just dealt some damage and got out. CSA is up on tickets now, not by a whole lot.
they did do what they needed to do.
All right, good. I think we can pull back now. Good shit.
Stop pushing forward. Stop pushing
JD's
forward.
pushing
We're going back,
forward
going back,
again
stop pushing
into 5th New Hampshire.
If the rest of CSA moves up, they can catch them in a trap.
Alright. I think Pax, buddy, you just team killed maybe. I don't know. That is a, I don't know why JD's pushing
Wraith.
so far forward like this.
Wraith getting another kill, getting killed by Fat Man.
JD has been pushing.
JD is continuing to push up.
Yeah, like, what are these guys doing?
Alright, we're ready to go.
JD and mostly JD, but some of the I-Corps guys up there have been really causing Union to lose tickets. Granted, CSA's been charging through, but they've still been pushing up there consistently.
Yeah, Union needs to tell JD in First Corps to hold on that snake rail.
And
There's
here
no
goes
reason to go back up to those woods now.
Corn Brigade's pushing forward now.
And I'm gonna catch. Oh, they're pulling off a little bit. That one MSG scout got lucky.
Corn
Well, not
Brigade's
for long.
Yeah, they're running off the open more of a distraction. You have, I think I see 5th NC maybe more on the left.
Yep, the rest of CSA coming down.
And this push, if anything, is trying to get Union down to breaking. I see some CSA
I
decap,
think
but
it might, but it might not be enough. A lot of CSA died right before they could get to the snake fence.
no surprise there. Union are going to hold that, no surprise.
All it takes is one skirmishing kill.
Very battered and bruised over there, though. 5th New Hampshire is sending up guys. PA 30th, just the last few guys trying to get them down. CSA starting to pre-cap. Union's definitely going to have a good chance to keep this contested as you got 12th VA now pouring up onto the point. It's still going in CSA's favor.
If that Union group just sits out there, that'll be what breaks them.
Well, they're trying to stay near the point 12th VA is. 12th VA is letting this cap happen because they maybe want to see if they'll cap while they're still in taking losses.
All about running around.
No, they're slowing down.
And they've
I think there's
stopped
too
the
many
cap.
12th VA on point now for them to cap.
I don't think 12th VA is on point. Maybe. Oh, they're definitely now on point. And you got more Unions starting to shift that way.
Yeah, it's only a small group of Sussy. It looks like that's all actually on point or near point.
Move up.
Looks like Union is doing what they need to do and heading to point.
A lot of CSA holding in the wood side. Some pushing down right now.
If Union somehow gets them into breaking first, they might have a shot at still winning this.
Yeah, Union go down to breaking. It's gonna be close. Union charging up top as charges commence near the force. Union is outnumbered, charging in as CSA reinforcements flying. How is the point still going in CSA's favor? Okay, yeah, no. Union's starting to take it back.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. CSA collapsing onto point.
Yep, Union charging out, trying to wipe them to make sure they have control of the point. Still going in Union's favor. And I don't know. If the
I think Union might have one good hold in them.
Yeah, you got another CSA wave collapsing in right now.
CSA already might have done more damage to their own team there.
The point's being won back by the CSA right now. It's gonna be very
Union respawns need to just run in there.
complete chaos on the point. We got ninja views up right now. Killer is dead. Ninja's alive. That's the first time you'll ever see that.
Ninja is gonna shoot Sticky Face. Oh, and he gets shot by Kaiser.
Point still under contention. You have a lot of CSA. I think these flags for CSA are back on point. That has to be why. Someone is blaring.
A lot of Sabaton going on down there.
I like some
A lot of Sabaton
Maybe
going
not
on.
that loud, but anyways, CSA
has
win.
it.
Yeah, Jay, quick thoughts for the round?
I think both teams did what they needed to do, except JD in first quarter definitely holding too far forward. I feel like everyone might have had fun in that round.
I don't know. I mean, CSA did what they need to do. They capped that point early on, brought everyone's tickets down to
definitely
whole
did.
morale. Very good on their part. And then the Union kept trying to hold far deep in the woods, mostly JD, some of I-Corps. And
I feel if Union would have been a little bit more conservative, instead of pushing so far forward, I feel like they would have had a bit more tickets to play around with there.
I mean, perhaps. I mean, the biggest thing is Union maybe trying to force CSA to cap just so they could get those tickets back. But you saw they tried to keep JD from going forward and some of the I-Corps guys at the end, but it was just too late. CSA forced Union close to breaking, and from that point, CSA just stayed aggressive. And with that being said, good win from CSA, and we'll see you all shortly for round number 2. Alrighty, here we are with round number 2. Remember, they swapped sides. So, Union, last round's on CSA. CSA last round's on Union in balance. Right now it's 13 in favor of USA. CSA doesn't have artillery. Union has 5 on artillery, though. So, here we go.
CSA already taking the Union front guns. Looks like it's a mix of JD, 2nd Corps, and 12th VA.
But yeah, sorry. Jay, how does Union or CSA win this match?
I know typically CSA doesn't push out quite nearly this aggressive. As you were saying before we went live, they did this last week. Typically, the way I know Bus likes to do it is play a bit more conservative in the woods, kind of move around and react as Union moves. Union, however, trying to get up into CSA's face, either in the woods or on the nipple. Seems like Union is kind of choosing to sit back right now and shoot CSA while they're in the open.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting because they saw this. It was either last NA Sunday night fight or the one before that. But CSA did the same thing, and it worked pretty well. They just lost some key charges at the end of the round, and they ended up losing in the end. So I do kind of wonder if Union will have a different approach of maybe going head-on through the corn, which is what we can see. Are we surprised the 30th Ohio going through the corn?
Rasputin.
Yes, corn. The blood sure does make it grow.
And guess who's up here in front of CSA? JD.
JD again sitting a little too far forward.
I mean, you got to have someone holding here. You can't let Union get too far on your right. It's just they're the group that's playing that forward guard tonight. And Corn Brigade's putting the hurt in them.
Looks like we do have movement over here on Union right.
Yeah, what do we got? Yeah, it's Sussy Brigade going the right side.
Sussy Brigade going all right side. We'll see how that shapes up.
And they know that CSA doesn't have Artie on this map, so I'll be intrigued to see what they do. In the meantime, going back to the other side, Union's starting to push up. They've taken control of the cannons now. You have some MB guys there right now, and Corn Brigade's going to keep pushing forward.
I feel like Union, knowing that CSA doesn't have any guns, they're going to be a little bit more prone to moving around in the open. They won't be afraid of getting shelled.
Yeah, that definitely. Although artillery, unless they're a good group, they can be kind of hard. Granted, that's with most maps, but this is a pretty flat map.
This is a pretty flat map. I know CSA already on this map does get some pretty good shot lines. That and their canister at close range when Union starts pressing their advantage on the church can be useful.
But Union artillery trying to shoot through. One shot went under, one went over. The overshot went through and killed someone. Looking back on the wood side, Sussy is still kind of sitting there just trying to figure out if anybody's back there, most likely. But Union's gotten to a shootout, and Union is winning the battle so far.
Yeah, I don't know how well those back Union guns are gonna fare too well. These forward guns are a bit more risky, but I feel like Union already needs to switch to them in order to have any good shots on these guys sitting here.
I mean, let's see here. I mean, they have some nice angles of where CSA's at, but like you said, it's going to be hard shots. The problem, Union does have some gunners up on these front guns from MB. But some of those CSA, most of the CSA are deflated. So unless they have a great fuse time, it's
yeah, it's all about the fuse time, and it seems like a lot of these groups can't really get their fuse time right.
I don't know how short the fuse times goes on artillery, but those are really close.
If last match was anything to go by, I don't think they can get their fuse time down. Yeah, because like I feel like Union would be doing a lot more damage with their arty if they could get their fuses right. In fact, I think Union already almost hit their own battery up here.
Where's Sussy?
That one exploding behind.
Sussy's charging on the Dunker Church. I see First Delaware and I-Corps back here. They're outnumbered. I'm shocked that CSA sent a small force back here.
Yeah, this is one issue without having a Steam chat though, because none of these guys can tell them that there's a group here on the church. The only thing that's giving them away is the fact that they were on point for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, Nuke just said that there's a Union company next to the church.
I don't get why CSA had such a small force. You actually have some Union kind of towards the nipple. It's Ninja and PA. You got Nate here with MB. They're going up to kind of this hill to hit where these I-Corps guys, 6 Georgia actually. Diefendorf. No, Diefendorf.
Yeah, it looks like Union wants to take that victory hill. Diefendorf, oh, he almost got away.
He dodged 3 shots.
Cheeto gets a yeet cannon.
CSA charging on the far CSA right. They're trying to take the corner back. JD at 12th VA doing this movement up against Corn Brigade.
Looks like Sussy's sitting pretty content with just sitting behind this giant line out here. Almost as close. Sussy does like to do a little bit of edging every now and again.
And 12th VA, JD winning that charge against the Corn Brigade there. Union did send a lot of forces over on that right, and now Sussy is starting to flank that CSA force. So CSA on the left of their line is getting pincered, but because of that, Union force on that front, 12th VA and JD is...
Union already actually doing pretty good targeting their own guns there. killing a couple of 12th VA guys.
And CSA's down to engage. Union's up by a third of a morale stage, maybe even a half. A and V might be charging here.
This is the risky thing about playing so far forward and aggressive is you will lose tickets.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Union took the fight directly to them this time, and that's what I didn't see last time. And so far, yeah, exactly. Union is making them pay. But
Well, it also helps that Sussy wiped out that small group of Delaware on the church. Sussy now completely isolated. We'll see if CSA does anything.
10th West is being charged out on that Victory Hill. And CSA's kind of outside of the church and kind of the woods. They've retaken the original ground. I think 30th is moving back up on that left side, the Union left, to return to that position. But back on this side, 10th US getting wiped.
2 First Corps guys behind the church, just kind of listening in to Sussy.
So I think they might be seeing Yeet Cannon and God Hunter. Yeah, they see him.
Got Yeet and they got them both. Wow, look at that.
When we do the tier listing,
Trumpian
I-Corps in front of Sussy.
quad. I'm very ashamed of God Hunter and Yeet Cannon. Typically, they are pretty good about that stuff.
But not today.
Not today, apparently.
Not today. Not when it mattered. In front of the camera. So, 10 minutes through the round. Great start on part of Union. CSA is kind of pulling back to the nipple position. We'll see if Sussy kind of takes them. They are kind of spreading out. I mean, you got 5th NC, the 59th kind of in their own group there. PA is going to run into them in a second. And then the 59th and Twin Banners are on the far side right now. Surprised Sussy's kind of spreading out in the woods.
Looks like Sussy's going to be playing a guerrilla war in there. Looks like the rest of CSA is regrouping behind the church and on the nipple.
Yeah, some actually 6 Georgia guys from I-Corps pushing out to the caissons and now the church. Union getting shot at, so they probably see what's going on. 5th NC.
CSA is kind of spread out right now. If Union charges out, I'm assuming that's JD over here on the caissons. Yep. Looks like Corn Brigade's coming back for revenge.
They're outnumbered. Not by a whole lot, but they're going to get nice flanking shots. CSA, half of them don't have shots. Half of them don't even realize they're still there.
JD's flag going down.
Union's going to go down to engage, but CSA taking hit after hit after hit.
These are losses that they shouldn't be taking right now. They're already almost to taking losses.
So, good wipe from 30th there. 12th VA is trying to salvage the situation.
Looks like Twin Banners is charging CSA already.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep tabs if Corn Brigade charges 12th VA out. You do have some engagement. I-Corps charging Twin Banners or the contrary. Regardless, Twin Banners wipe. CSA, though, about to hit taking losses.
It's amazing. Last match we had basically had no movement. This match has been nothing but
A lot of movement. The most movement, some may say. 12th VA is pulling back. They're getting on the CSA right. They're just getting completely shot up. They are overwhelmed. You have more Union reinforcements pulling up. And JD's going to have that down flag over there. But I'm surprised that Sussy spread apart in the woods. It feels like just as one big blob, you're going to be more effective.
Yes, but I feel like that they've been able to get out of some sticky situations. Like currently, you've got A and V sneaking up on Huncho.
They're charging us, they're charging us.
They're charging us.
Fuck you, Roll! Pay your tax!
Looks like 5th NC and 59th here are going to get wiped out. So that's one half of Sussy being wiped out on CSA right.
I mean, you have some Twin Banner guys are spawning in on this flag, but that flag shy hopped over at a very weird part there, but that'll get CSA down to taking losses. You have JD Sorry, not JD. A lot of, oh my goodness, there's charging happening on all fronts right now. Union charging down the left side, taking shots. You have charging in the center.
Looks like
hill
they're
as well.
trying to get Victory Hill back.
5th New Hampshire and 10th US is attempting to take this I Corps, trying to throw them off.
Right, watch your top right, top right.
Looks like 10th US is doing a very good job of receiving that charge.
Union now charging on the left side. I know I said charge a moment ago. It looked like they were, but now they are. Charges happening everywhere. All great for the Union cause. Union's 10th US is going to win on top of this hill, or at least hold. We're checking over by the church right now where Corn Brigade leaving this charge. CSA kind of a little scattered right now, but they are trying
CSA
to
counter-charging down this road right now.
Yeah,
JD coming down this road.
They're pulling back. They realize they aren't winning that.
They realized that they would not win that.
So CSA kind of pincering on Union. They're very spread out, contrary to the Union, which is much more contained in that sense. And they're getting completely shot up on their corner. However, Union did take the, not take the hill, but they're at least holding their side of the hill, which is good. And Union's trying to make an effort. Sorry, I'm hopping back and forth, but you do have some
too much movement.
There's too much movement. NB's going out left, and they get wiped. No surprise there.
I feel like if Sussy reinforced center, they could easily take Victory Hill and push towards the nipple. Where is Sussy going? Twin Banner seems to be going to Union right. The other half of Sussy, I am guessing, is going to go reinforce the rest of the Union team.
We get up on that left side where they have their flag.
CSA switching over to the more traditional style of how to play this map.
Oh, I think I have our flag.
It looks like Union charged out the center hill here, and I Corps fell back off to the nipple.
And there's one Union Rambo behind the church, about to get hit by Boyd. God Hunter versus Boyd.
God Hunter did not redeem himself. Negative aura.
Man, he's not having a good night tonight.
Victory Hill.
Corn Brigade pulling off. 33rd MB as well. That was a very
Union
good spot.
Union already hitting nothing. And then hitting something. It looks like they hit the fence and killed maybe one or two guys.
So that Union group that you were mentioning, I think you said Twin Banners going off far right. They're inside the woods right now.
That would be Zapstar.
And they're kind of scouting things out, seeing how they're going to want to go.
Looks like A and V, Delaware, and the rest of CSA is getting on the straight fence now. Trying to shoot the Union on Victory Hill, I'm guessing.
Yep.
But it looks like Huncho and the rest of Sussy is moving up towards that straight fence.
And Union charging left. This is not going to work.
No, not at all.
Hey, fucking sup. Hello there.
Zoo going down.
I mean, they got a good couple of kills, surprisingly, but they're
that and Union can take these casualties.
Yep. I mean, they're up almost the whole morale stage now.
They are comfortably ahead. Union already missing again.
We're gonna get a compilation of just you saying,
just
artillery missing
time.
again.
Again, I don't know why they're using those back batteries. They should have switched to these forward ones if they want to hit anything.
So you do have Union forming up behind the hill here in the center. Iron Brigades reloading, Corn Brigades getting their reloads. They're not... Oh, they're moving up now. Are they going to volley? Yeah, they are. What's Twin Banners doing in the woods? Let's see here.
Looks like Zapstar's moving his guys up to skirmish a little bit.
Yeah, they're engaging with these I-Corps guys here.
Boys. Lay it into those bastards.
He took a couple of losses there.
They don't have a flag, so if those guys die, they gotta spawn back at main.
Lost another one.
And
another one. That one was out of line. Zapstar himself still lives. Looks like the firefight, though, here in the center is ramping up.
Pull back.
very much so. But I think Union got plenty of time. They're content with just shooting this out.
Yeah, Union is very content with just shooting this out. They've got 25 minutes to get them down to breaking.
I don't know. It's not that much time.
I don't know. They've got so much pressure.
CSA is about to put down a big old force field where they can't get hit for the next 25 minutes.
Ninja and PA moved up to the nipple here. Doug's with them.
I'm surprised more Union haven't moved up that way, especially with how close the CSA is to breaking.
Looks like Doug is trying to steal one of the CSA cannons right now.
I-Corps sees him.
Dog, get out of here. Dog, get out of here. Actually, you look like a fucking...
He's stuck cleaning the barrel.
Oh Lord! Hey, no.
I don't think I-Corps actually saw them.
Shoot this fucking guy right here.
I think CSA actually forgot that they did not have artillery.
I mean, yeah, if you realize you don't have artillery, you're like, oh crap, what's that guy doing? It's probably not ours.
Right. Yeah, and Doug looks close enough to be a CSA artyman. Oh, and there goes Ninja.
Yep.
I'm guessing you just hovered over him.
Yep. And Doug goes. Doug forced the Union to go down to taking losses. Let it be known.
Oh no, Union's got to cap the point right now.
But a lot of Unions holding behind the hill. Looks like they're maybe getting ready to go.
Yeah, it looks like Sussy's there. 10 TOS. Sap's group's still alive in the woods. Yes, they are. He's got 3 guys, including himself.
So you got some Unions starting to make towards the point. I hear nipple chants.
They could take it. They could definitely take the nipple.
If they move as a team, they will take it.
CSA's kind of spread out.
And B's going there right now. I think that's 5th New Hampshire's going up there as well. They're starting to take the point, but they're going to die as there's only 5 of them. Or maybe they're going inside the church. Oh, good shot.
JD and MSG need to get over towards point.
They're coming in. Get back in
Yeah, I got it.
CB gonna be meeting JD once again.
And here comes the Union team charging. Going up onto the point, around the point, all over.
CSA needs to do something, otherwise the Union's going to cap the point.
They got to charge in. They're starting to collapse from both of their flanks here.
Yo, get over this shit.
And I think Union's
Doctor and
probably
Calvin
gonna be
getting behind.
Come on, go. Oh, you're dead, bro.
Hello, brother.
Oh,
CSA seems to have
saved
the point.
And they won on the left side. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle I was looking at, but
Yeah, it looks like JD actually saved the CSA for once. A and V's in there as well, first core.
so CSA holds, but again, Union's up by almost a whole morale stage. Some CSA trying to countercharge and get the flags, which Union has all alive.
I think CSA needs to take.
Ace, what are you doing?
I think CSA needs to take Victory Hill, get those flags.
my montage.
Remix just killed somebody, and he's like, "You're going on my montage."
I just zoomed over
That
here
was
and heard that.
great. I can't believe that private or recruit ran the flag towards the CSA, but hey, you know, you live, you learn, and you advance. Survive and advance, except he didn't survive, he died.
I like the enthusiasm, red shirt.
So some CSA are pushing up to the hill here in the center. Looks like
Remix pushing out again.
Got that son of a bitch!
Oh my goodness.
He dropped one officer.
One of the frontline reporter views. Someone's blaring something.
Wherever killer is, I think.
Wherever killer is. Or...
Yep, definitely where killer is.
So you got more CSA starting to make their way towards the hill. They're trying to hold the forward position.
I think Union's going to be charging here in a second.
Yeah, the problem is that they're letting Union reform with those flags and everything. So.
Well, now they've got the spawns from Maine coming in. I think CSA moved too late to the hill to do anything meaningful.
And both sides sitting on both sides of the hill. This is Killer
doing a flanking attack. He quickly changed his mind on that.
Which team's gonna charge in first? Probably the Union, but the whole CSA team. I hear Zapstar giving some inspirational speech.
Southwest Skyline on the hill.
CSA trying to engage.
And V moving up. Corn Brigade going in.
Death to the traitors! Kill them!
Artillery, that was perfect from Union. That knocked down like a fourth of the remaining CSA guys.
Yeah, it hit. Yeah, that was actually one of the only times overshooting actually did anything.
And charge is very close. Union hits breaking, but more importantly, the Confederates hit last stand.
Confederates hit last stand. Yeah, I think that's all she wrote for this one. CSA can do one glorious last stand on point, but Union definitely has this in the bag.
Very much so.
It's a classic Union Dunkers W.
And someone was playing Seven Nation Army, which if you win a charge like that, very cinematic. Of course you're gonna play Seven Nation Army.
You're gonna blare like some of the best music for that ever.
So Union starting to get on point. You do have some CSA guys holding behind the church.
Union already almost killing Huncho.
And some Union are trying to charge CSA. CSA from their main
CSA
spawner going in.
Going in with their bayos. Union just has to sit on that fence and shoot them down as they go in.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like there's all that much Union there, but looks can always be deceiving.
Hey, we got boys.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Union's up by almost a whole morale stage right now. Nothing's going to change the outcome.
Nothing's going to change the outcome. It's just how glorious of a last stand is this going to be.
Yep.
Union already red misting someone there.
Alright.
On this day is not going to win Dunkers.
Union hitting the church again.
We got rounds forever.
Hey, get on cap. Hey, why the fuck are you guys not on cap? Let's get on cap.
And yeah, Union pulling off a little bit. Or at least the flags are going down a little bit. Points starting to go in Union's favor.
Delaware is praying to the haunts in the church.
Get in the truck.
Get in that bitch.
Get in there.
They're gonna take it, man.
They retook the church. CSA did. Oh, I guess. Oh yeah, first Delaware.
Yeah, CSA is all in the church. All Union has to do is cap the point. Yeah.
Anyways,
Delaware bounced over.
Jay, what are your thoughts for this round?
Yeah, classic Dunkers. I don't know how I feel about CSA moving out that aggressively at the beginning. especially since JD pretty much just sat on those caissons dying.
I mean, you push forward, someone's got to take the brunt.
Yeah, but I think they sat there too long.
But regardless, good 2 rounds today. Congrats, Union, on the victory. Good shot, Union Artillery team, killing and knocking your friendlies at the end. Very, very, yeah.
Very cash money.
Cash money indeed. Infinite aura. So, with that all being said, I think a good 2 rounds today. There was the DDoSes at the beginning, and I'm glad we were able to get through both rounds despite that. But good win from Union here. I mean, when CSA plays aggressive, Union kind of punched them in the mouth.
Especially on a map like this where Union already has a pretty big advantage.
Yep. So, well done on their part. Good 1-1. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Please check out the description where we have our Patreon. We live stream all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and merch in the description as well. But regardless, I appreciate you all being here. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.